What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today I am remaking one of the videos that got taken down. I am remaking the Why Ace is the worst character in One Piece video. By now, the amount of people watching this video should probably have decreased by about 80%, considering Ace is one of the most beloved characters in the series for some reason, which makes me hate him even more, but let's explain why I hate him so much. And the nice thing about explaining something like this is that I can do it chronologically because he gets worse and worse every single time he's on screen. So starting from the very beginning is where lies one of the biggest problems with Ace, and it's the fact that in Alabasta, when he's first seen, he seems like he's going to be one of the coolest characters of all time. Pretty much immediately after he's introduced, we find out that he has an extremely powerful devil fruit and is capable of one-shotting multiple ships at once. This leads us to believe that he is one of the most powerful people in the entire One Piece world, and in turn a complete badass. Based on the way he talks and acts, you can also assume that he is highly intelligent, especially in combat situations. Stack on top of that he acts like the ideal type of brother, and obviously happens to be Luffy's brother, and you cannot not love him. So what do we have here? He's a complete badass, he's highly intelligent, and he has undying love for Luffy. Now, if all of this was actually true, then yeah, he would probably be one of my favorite characters because that's an amazing character archetype, and he should have fit into it pretty easily, and I loved him in Alabasta. But the problem is that the further we get into the story, every single time he's on screen, he completely dismantles all of those ideas. He shows that he is so fucking far from being what anyone reasonably decent in this show considers strong. He is a complete idiot. Sometimes I wonder if he's actually dumber than Luffy, and he doesn't give a shit about Luffy when any opportunity for him to be selfish comes into play. And a big problem with those last two is that he's so stupid that sometimes he doesn't even realize when he's trying to be selfish, he's actually getting himself killed. But, I am getting ahead of myself. We will certainly get to that point later. So my first point of him being completely overrated in terms of combat power. To be honest, it wasn't even until I completed the entire series and I started going on forums like Reddit and Oro Jackson that I even realized that people thought Ace was strong. I thought it was made abundantly clear that in his battle against Blackbeard that he's not just not strong, but he could defeat 0 Vice Admirals. Like, I don't even know who all the Vice Admirals are. I'm sure there's like hundreds that I don't even know, but I don't need to know because you know what I do know? I know that it is a requirement for them to use Haki. See, the huge problem with that is that there is absolutely 0 evidence that Ace even has any idea what Haki is, much less being able to use it. And it is even strictly implied in his battle against Blackbeard that he didn't know what it was. But Franky, when he was fighting Blackbeard, the only type of Haki we knew about was Conqueror's Haki. That's true, but here's the thing. Here's the really tricky thing about his battle against Blackbeard and Blackbeard's fruit. Blackbeard has the ability to nullify all Devil Fruit users' abilities when he makes contact with them. Because of this ability, when he makes contact with a Logia, he's actually able to physically touch and damage them. Why exactly am I explaining this to you? Well, you see, when Blackbeard was fighting Ace and he used this ability on him, Ace was not just surprised that he was actually able to be touched by Blackbeard, but he was pretty much shitting his pants. He was completely blown away by the fact that anyone could touch him because of his devil. Why would this guy even bat an eye if he knew what Haki was? Not to mention almost freak the fuck out. Like, even Jozu had Haki, and I have a pretty good feeling that Vista did too, considering the fact that he did pretty decently against Mihawk. How the hell is this guy the second commander of the Whitebeard pirates? Like, it just doesn't make any sense at all. Because of this severe flaw, there are 0 people in this series who are capable of using Haki that could actually lose to Ace. Haki is just way too much of a massive power-up, especially armament Haki, and it's almost impossible for anyone with Haki to lose to someone without it, except for very, very specific situations where someone is completely countered by someone else because of some kind of devil fruit or some special ability or something. And there is no situation where this doesn't happen if they do both have armament and observation Haki. Armament Haki is just way too powerful. Someone who can't use it cannot damage someone who is using it. It can't happen. But anyway, moving on to my second point, and I don't think I really need to go too much into depth here because it's pretty obvious that Ace is a complete jackass and is really not intelligent in the slightest. When he was just a little kid, he decided to sail out to sea and go hunting for Whitebeard. As if that wasn't already stupid enough, when he actually finds the strongest man on the sea, and he knows he is, that's why he's hunting him down. He tries to beat him time and time again while getting completely fucking smoked, and Whitebeard obviously was not even trying. And you know, the obvious argument is like, oh, well, Zoro did the same thing with Mihawk, so why is that okay? Here's the big difference between the two of them, okay? Zoro very quickly learned his lesson, and he was even extremely upset that he didn't end up dying after losing to Mihawk. He learned his lesson, and the next time he met with Mihawk, he did not challenge him, okay? No, he begged him to be his master. But then we have Ace, who keeps trying the most pathetic attempts I've ever seen to kill Whitebeard. After he's been captured, he's allowed to just run freely around the ship because no one cares, because he's so weak. He can't even kill an unprotected Whitebeard in his sleep. He just keeps trying and trying, making absolutely no progress until Marco has a good sit-down one-on-one with him and just explains to him like, dude, chill out, like this place is actually pretty cool. And then Ace is just like, oh, you're right, okay, I'll join the Whitebeard pirates. But I mean, whatever, it's better that he did, so he stopped looking like a complete idiot. And for the final point that I made, Ace gives zero shits about Luffy if anything even remotely important is going on around him. This man put himself in a situation where there was no way that he was not gonna die, even though Luffy was begging him to save himself. After hundreds and hundreds of people have given their lives to try and save him from a situation that he got himself in, he has the audacity to not be able to handle a "your daddy" joke and get killed for it. After everything that had led up to that point, all the people that had died, all the people that gave everything they had to save Ace, Akainu making fun of Whitebeard was just too much for him to handle, and he said, fuck it, I'm going out with them. It is Ace's and Ace's fault alone that he died right before Luffy's eyes. He took everyone's lives who had been given for his own sake and just took a giant shit all over them. He finally got himself killed, and I'm using air quotes, protecting Luffy, who wouldn't have been in that situation if it wasn't for Ace being a jackass in the first place, and then Whitebeard ends up dying anyway. If he is not one of the most selfish characters in the entire series, then I don't know who is. At least the people who are more so than him have some kind of objective or logical goal they're going for, not just trying to get themselves killed. But that's all I have to say about the worst character in One Piece. I know a lot of you guys really like Ace, so I'm sorry if you don't agree with me. I don't really understand how anyone could like him at all. And making this kind of video is really fun for me because I just get to rip on Ace the entire time. It's just awesome. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment below telling me what you think, things I can improve on, things I'm already doing well, any future theory ideas you'd like me to go over. I know I said I was gonna do the Dofi video today, but I kind of had a problem where a few days ago I was making that video and I was just recording the audio, and this weird thing happened where I started like making the Dofi video talking about him, and I just kept going off track talking about this other thing, which kind of became like its own video, and it's pretty much my favorite idea I've come up with so far, so I decided I'm just gonna have to make a whole nother video on that, and I kind of scrapped the whole Dofi thing because it's related to him, and I'm gonna be releasing it on Saturday, and I didn't want it to be a Friday and Saturday video, both about Dofi. So yeah, I'll probably end up doing that one last. The one I will do next Friday will be the Kaido Poneglyph video. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow.